What's up? This is your girl, Texas Black Diamond, aka TBD. Thank you for tuning in to Texas Black Diamond ENT, honey.
Yes, baby. And today I just want to give y'all just a little snippet of what I'm going to be discussing on my next coming live. We're going to be talking about them Hankersons and some Kellys, baby. And some other questions that I have, with this Barry Hankerson, honey. Y'all know he is a groundhog and he is waiting to surface. If everything goes well with him, he is waiting to surface on our asses. Okay, let me tell you that, baby. And I'm just so disappointed with my little Kelly brothers and stuff, because I thought they were street niggas. I thought they was from the streets, and excuse me for using the N-word, but they said they was street. And I know they was raised in the streets, and how in the hell y'all allow Barry Hankerson to come in and destroy what you and your brother worked for? Y'all allow this man to come in and con y'all asses to the T. Communication. Y'all didn't know anything about communication. It's called communicating with each other. And if y'all would have did that and used y'all street smarts and things, I think everything would have went well with y'all. But before we talk about all that, I want to show y'all some little clippings, what they had to say about the questionnaire and things like that on court TV. And what Michael Leonard, I call him Leonard, what Leonard had to say, and Greenberg, the attorneys for Robert upcoming case and stuff. Y'all, I just don't understand this. We're gonna be talking about snakes and everything, honey. Snakes being bought as pets around here. I'm just trying to figure that out as well. Okay. So, thank you for tuning in with me, you guys. And I appreciate it. If you have not already subscribed to me, please subscribe. Hit that like check, notification bell, so you can know when my crazy ass come on here. Because, see, I'm one of them keep it real persons, okay, around here. I'm going to keep it real with you, okay? I'm going to give you my opinions. I'm going to break down all these allegations. I'm just going to have to say allegation, you guys, at this point. But we already know the who, what, when, where, why, and what the hell they are doing around here, dealing with all this, Robert Sylvester Kelly saga, honey. This is enough to continue on talking up to 5 years of mess, dramas, letdowns, and everything, honey. So y'all look at these clips, honey. I'm gonna come back. We got to talk about this Kelly versus Hankersons and stuff, honey. It's one of them old groundhogs just sitting back, just being evil as hell, just waiting to surface and come out and hoping that things go well. He done trained a whole lot of people to be dirty.
The herpes allegation is expected to be part of the jury selection process. A proposed questionnaire from the defense has this question included. Have you, a family member, a close friend, or spouse or partner ever had a sexually transmitted disease? It's a question the defense wants in. Prosecutors are objecting, saying the question, among other reasons, is, quote, unnecessarily intrusive. Mike Leonard represents Robert Kelly.
There's going to be a whole panoply of evidence presented by the state about Mr. Kelly, about his health condition, about whether he allegedly transmitted an STD to somebody else, whether they knew that he had an STD. So clearly, it's evidence that the government's going to rely upon in its case in chief. So it would make obvious sense to ask the jurors questions about their familiarity with it, whether they've experienced themselves, whether they've been a victim of that type of STD, et cetera, et cetera. So to us, it's a no-brainer.
R.Kelly has consistently denied any wrongdoing, saying any relationships were consensual and the girls were all of the age of consent. He lost his composure during a 2019 interview with Gayle King on CBS This Morning.
I'm fighting for my life. Y'all killing me with this. I gave y'all 30 years of my career.
Robert.
30 years of my career.
Right now, you're obviously getting a one-sided take on R.Kelly. You're getting snippets of video that are produced and packaged in a way to make him the worst possible. And you got to remember, we're talking about allegations that in some instances are 20 to 25 years ago by persons who have already testified and or given statements under oath saying something that's absolutely contrary to what they're saying today.
Another obstacle for the defense is the fact that R. Kelly can't read.
Somewhat attuned to a case when you need an interpreter because your client doesn't speak the language.
R. Kelly's illiteracy has not stopped him from churning out hit songs or even authoring his autobiography, Solar Coaster. But it is a disadvantage, claims his defense team, because he can't go through depositions or other discovery on his own.
There's these terrible allegations of these poor women in the documentary. And if you look at the social media that the women put out, I think that that the public perception, what the documentary said about them, is not consistent with that. They're putting out all sorts of things on social media that just contradict what they said about R. Kelly. More to the point, when they did all of these searches, and I know we've discussed this before, nothing was discovered that's consistent with the allegations of that documentary. There's no evidence that he kept women hostage. There's no witnesses that are going to say that, as far as I know. There's no buckets filled with urine or anything like that. It was a very salacious documentary. It got great ratings. Hooray for the people who did it. They made lots of money. They destroyed a man's life. Now we'll go to trial and we'll get to the real facts and we'll prevail.
The hotline set up by Kim Fox for potential R. Kelly victims has been receiving a ton of phone calls, but not the kind that they were expecting. So the hotline, which was set up in January for potential victims to share their stories related to R. Kelly, has been receiving a lot of phone calls, but not from actual victims, but from people who claim to have had consensual sex with R. Kelly and just want to share their stories. We're also being told that men have been calling to share stories about women they know who have also had consensual sex with R. Kelly.
The Georgia Department of Revenue Special Investigations Chief says Shanga Hankerson owns a restaurant chain bearing his famous mom's name, Gladys Knight's Signature Chicken and Waffles. But now Hankerson's name is on a pair of warrants alleging theft by taking. The two counts involving a bit more than $50,000. But Chief Josh Waite says Hankerson suspected of stealing $650,000 in money customers paid for sales tax or that was withheld from employee paychecks. And he owes more than $1 million with penalties and interest.
Barry Hankerson raised Shangan too, honey. Joe Mo, all of them. He's teaching them well. He is teaching them well. He all is teaching how to be con artists, scam artists, and sneaky conniving ass people. That damn Barry Hankerson, sneaky ass.
What, are you crazy? Get that snake away from me.
Hi to my baby.
Chill, yo.
Chill, yo.
What you got a snake for?
This is my baby. This is my pet. It was a gift given to me today by my uncle, Barry Hankerson. I got to give a shout out to him.
I have my theories on that, too. Why the hell did Barry Hankerson give his damn niece a damn snake? And Aaliyah died August the 25th, 2001. He gave her that snake April the 26th, 2001. Makes you wonder. Why did he give her the snake? Did he find out that she was leaving his ass? He was leaving black hole records. She was leaving black hole records. You know, we're going to talk about all that. We're going to talk about how he turned Carrie against Robert and Bruce against Robert. And Carrie was trying to keep up with the money and see what the hell was going on. And so Barry Hankerson found a way to get these boys to not trust his brother.
That was happening.
Okay.
I thought you were going to bring out like Jay-Z or something. I had no idea.
Yes, we'll talk about that Jay-Z on the next episode, okay? That's coming up as well. You too, Bubba. Deronda Johnson pays.
Thanks everybody for tuning in with your girl Texas Black Diamond, aka TBD, on the channel Texas Black Diamond ENT, honey, where I'm going to keep it 100 with you. You guys have a great day. I'll see you on the next live. As I was doing this video, you know I like to share everything with you guys, his supporters. As I told you guys before, the April trial has been pushed back to August in New York, which we knew that they were going to be pushing things back due to the pandemic. We don't know, you know, wow, it's just ongoing. Let the man out. Let free Robert. Let him out so he can sit with his counselor, so he can be able to go over his case, so he can be able to have a chance to fight this thing once again. The trial has been pushed back, so you know, we already, as we known and we talked about before, that they were going to push it back. So I just wanted to drop that in with this video as well. So they pushed it back for August the 9th. His trial was to begin April the 7th. So, you know, enough time. I guess, you know, God is doing his thing to give, you know, the truth to surface up here, you know. So let's go ahead and do this. So the judge, Rebecca, she suspended the jury, the court trials and stuff, you know. So, okay, we'll see this ongoing saga, you know. Free Kells, let's pray for him. In the meantime,
all you did was get rich out these war crimes. It's a conspiracy. Who's the terrorist? The U.S. government must be the terrorist.